Hare Krishna. So I would like to welcome each one of you for this wonderful festival of Govardhan. So let's start with prayers to Govardhan. You all can repeat after me. Namaste Girirajaya Shri Govardhana Namine Ashesha Klesha Nasaya Paramananda Daine Namaste Girirajaya Shri Govardhana Namine Ashesha Klesha Nasaya Paramananda Daine. So this prayer, it says, Namaste Girirajaya. There may be so many mountains, but Govardhan is the king, Giriraja. Namaste Girirajaya. I am offering my obeisances to a mountain who's the king of the mountain. There are so many glorious mountains which we might have heard of, like there is Himalayas, there are so many other things, but this is Girirajaya. What is his name? Shri Govardhana Namine. Namaste Girirajaya Shri Govardhana Namine. Ashesha Klesha Nasaya. Ashesha is infinite, unending, unlimited. Ashesha Klesha. Klesha is miseries. Kleshas is troubles, difficulties. Ashesha Klesha Nasaya. Nasaya, it destroys. And what it does? Paramananda Daine. It gives us transcendental bliss. So, today is the 17th day of Kartik month, and we are celebrating the appearance of Giri Govardhan. Today is the day when actually Lord carried Govardhan, Govardhan Dharana. So he is called Govardhana Dhari. Govardhana Dhari ki, Giri Govardhan ki, Giridhari ki. So in the next half an hour to 45 minutes that we have, I would like to say and share what is the glory of this mountain called Giriraj or Govardhan, that people want to go there again and again. Have you ever been to Govardhan in Vṛndāvana? Have you done parikrama? Have you done parikrama on Govardhan Puja day? Who has done? Govardhan Puja day. It's very crowded that day. With so many people. There are people who don't want to move out of that place. It's such a powerful place, such wonderful place. So why is it so special? I mean, before otherwise if we are just simply glorifying one mountain, probably you'll think, what is it that I have in it? It is not ordinary. And that is what we will try to see from the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam, this wonderful description of Lord holding Govardhan, Govardhan Dharana. So special, so special. So, there is a verse in Bhagavatam, I'll just read it myself. It says, when we hear this Harikatha, what happens? It says, Tadeva Ramyam Ruchiram Navam Navam Tadeva Saswan Manaso Mahotsavam Tadeva Sokarnavasoshanam Nrinam Yadottama Shloka Yasho Nugiyate. When we properly glorify the Lord. What kind of glory it is? Tadeva Ramyam. It's new, it's palatable, it's relishable. Ruchiram, it's very tasty for our ears. Tadeva Ramyam Ruchiram Navam Navam, and freshness, newness. Tadeva Ramyam Ruchiram Navam Navam Tadeva Saswan Manaso Mahotsavam. Eternally, it's a festival for our mind. Tadeva Saswan Manaso Mahotsavam. It's a great festival. And you will realize this, how fortunate you are that you have come on a very auspicious day Sometimes what happens, people limit their fortune. Okay, I got the fortune, it's done. No. Tadeva saswan manaso mahotsavam. It's an eternal festival for our troubled mind, which troubles all the time. Tadeva saswan manaso mahotsavam. Tadeva sokar navasoshanam nrinam. Nrinam is a plural. Every human being's, their life which is filled with an ocean of miseries, soka, lamentation. It's an ocean, sokar navasoshanam. It dries that. Tadeva shokar navasoshanam nrinam. Yad uttama shloka yasho anugiyate. When we get a chance to glorify or get a chance to hear the uttama shloka, the glories of the Supreme Lord, anugiyate. So I want all of you to pay very close attention to this. Okay, this is what is the scene. This is how Lord Krishna held Govardhan Giri for 7 days and 7 nights. And you can see that there are thick, dark clouds outside. And all the Vrajavasis, they are inside. They have different expressions. We will try to come back to this again towards the end. And we will see what was going on under that mountain and what they were experiencing. What exactly happened and what is the Lord's assertion or affirmation here. So these are some of the pictures of actual residents who stay close to Govardhan and don't want to leave that place. No matter how much you entice them, saying that, no, there are better opportunities, why don't you come here? Why don't you go there to the city? They don't want to. And they are so happily, blissfully settled there. They do parikramas like this almost every day. And there are some, even, you'll find this monkeys and people doing in large number. Some people doing like this, very severe austerity. Because Govardhan is someone who can fulfill all our desires. There is a verse which our Acharya, Raghunath Das Goswami, he composes, he says, Nijapati bhuja danda chhatra bhavam prapadya pratihata madadishto devendra garba atula prithila saila shreni bhupa priyam me nija nikata nivasam dehi govardhanatvam nija nikata nivasam dehi govardhanatvam. He is praying, give me shelter next to you eternally. Nija nikata nivasam dehi govardhanatvam. Why? Why even one person? Why does he desire? It's not one. He's a pure devotee and he's saying, I don't want to go out of Govardhan, next to Govardhan. And there is a song that we're going to sing that says, if you want to leave, you can leave from that door. That will be little this thing. There is a song that we'll be singing. It's called Govardhan Ashtakam, where it is mentioned, Govardhano me dishatam abhishtam. Govardhano me dishatam abhishtam. Oh, Govardhan, who's non-different from the Lord, fulfill my desires. What is it which desire they're talking about? Nijapati bhuja danda chhatra bhavam prapadya. Raghunath Das Goswami is saying that, oh Govardhan, you are like an umbrella, and usually an umbrella will have a handle, but here the Lord personally, his hand has become the handle. Nijapati bhuja danda chhatra bhavam prapadya. The Lord has his hand, actually this hand, has become the handle of that mountain. Pratihata mada drishto danda devendra garba. And that mountain curbed the pride. Pratihata mada drishto danda devendra. The Devaraj, the Indra, the king of heaven, his pride was cursed by this holding of this Govardhan. Atula prithila saila shreni bhupa priyam. There are so many varieties of stones which compose of this mountain. That is my desire. I want to be there in that place, in that next to that Govardhan, which was carried by the Lord personally, which curbed the pride. This is the first prayer which he offers. So, what we will do today, as I was mentioning, it's actually, yesterday I was sitting here as the audience and I was hearing the lecture which Panduranga Prabhu was giving. Usually this meditation we do from 7:30 to 8:15 People come at different times. Most of the people, when they come late or they're coming for the first time, you'll find always the place around the walls, they'll be the preferred ones. Even if they come late, they'll like to go and find ways, somehow they go sit next to the wall. They don't want to lean. Doesn't matter whether it is, you may be coming late, maybe you can sit here or you can sit somewhere. No, I want the wall. The wall should be there and then I can lean for 5 minutes. And then after that, this thing is over. All I am trying to say is, for next 30, 40 minutes, please pay attention. I'm telling you, this 40 minutes of investment of your life probably is the best investment. And don't get distracted by people who will come and go. And this is not an assertion of mine. This is the assertion of the pure devotees, like Sukadeva Goswami, who's narrating this pastime in Bhagavatam or by Srila Prabhupada. So you see, this picture is representing two calamities. Can you guess what are those two calamities which are being represented here? Rain. There is an external calamity which is happening outside. Like there is this kind of rain which is actually it comes during destruction, complete annihilation. That kind of rain has been called by Indra. And the rains that are falling is like, there are like pillars, and we will see the description of that, which is happening outside. What is the other calamity? Fear? Okay. There is another calamity which is there, which is invisible here. And that calamity I'll mention when it comes. That is also a bigger calamity which can disturb our life completely. And we will try to see this as we go. I'll just go quickly. So, this particular pastime of Krishna lifting Govardhan is mentioned in Bhagavatam in 2 chapters, 24th and 25th. If you have all read Krishna book, you'll be familiar that before this Govardhan-līlā happens, actually the Lord does this deliverance of Dvijapatni. Some Yagging Brahmanas were busy doing some sacrifices, and their wives actually brought those food which was prepared for oblations to Krishna and Balaram, who were there in the forest. After that, this chapter comes, and there is a continuation with that thought, because those Yagging Brahmanas were not sure what is the goal of life, and they were busy doing something which is, like some fruitive activities. So next, Krishna comes to Vṛndāvana and he sees that all the Gopas, the cowherd men, everybody, Nanda Baba, they are all busy, becoming ready for doing a sacrifice for Indra, because they are all farmers. They depend on Krishi or agriculture, and they were all busy preparing for that, doing the yajna or sacrifice for Indra. That meant huge preparations, huge preparations, like mounds of rice. Then there is, dal, halwa, and so on and so forth, varieties of preparations. So Krishna says, why should you worship the demigods? This may challenge some people who are worshippers of demigods. But believe me, these are not something which is propagated by ISKCON or one sect of things. It's actually given in the scriptures that there is no point worshipping the demigods, because whatever you want to get from the demigods are ultimately sanctioned by the Supreme Lord. There are 2 reasons why Krishna establishes this worship of Govardhan. A, he says there is no point worshipping demigods, because the fruits that are obtained by worshipping the demigods are temporary. Antavanta phalam tesham tad bhavati alpamedasha. It is temporary, it is short-lived. And not just that, the second thing which Krishna mentions is maya bihitena tan. That is actually fulfilled by me. A. B. He also wants to establish this very important principle which is given in all the scriptures, which talks about that you don't need to directly go to the Lord, rather you should go through the devotee of the Lord. Ye me bhakta janah partha name bhaktas chate janaha Mad bhaktanam cha ye bhaktas te me bhakta tamamataha. Ye me bhakta janah pa. Those who think that I'm directly, main Krishna ke saath hu. Actually, they don't know even what true devotion is. Ye me bhakta janah partha, name bhaktas chate janah, mad bhaktanam cha ye bhaktas. Those who say that I'm devotee of devotee. The moment if you perfect your life and you go back to Vaikuntha and you say that I'm the Gaudiya Vaishnava Parampara, linked to Srila Prabhupada. Oh, you are in Gaudiyas, or you are one of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, or you are Srila Prabhupada's disciple, then you may get an entry. He becomes more dear. Mad bhaktanam cha ye bhaktas teme bhakta tamapmadha. This is Krishna personally speaking. This is in Adi Purana, and this is quoted by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Chaitanya Charitamrita. He says that when a person becomes a devotee of my devotee, he becomes more dear. So Krishna wanted to glorify the position of Govardhan, who is also a devotee who is non-different from Krishna. Giri Govardhan ki. So these are the two reasons. And then, so what Krishna told was all the Brajavasis that whatever you have prepared, instead of worshipping Indra, you start worshipping it you start worshipping Govardhan. All those preparations that you have made, instead of offering it to Indra, let's all offer to Govardhan. Because after all, Govardhan is giving us all our necessities. It is giving us nice grass, it is giving us shelter, there is caves where our cows take rest, there are nice honey, other herbs which are required are coming from Govardhan, so let's all worship Govardhan. And Krishna always manages to convince, and the beauty of Brajavasis, they always align with Krishna's plan. They never complain, they never question. That is why they are Brajavasis, we are Boston Basis or whatever. We have our own plans. We don't want to align. We don't want to listen. We have our different these things going on. So everybody did this festival, wonderful. Actually, this is only festival possibly where Krishna is starting this festival. There was no Govardhan Puja before that. Krishna is instructing. Krishna is ensuring that, they do parikrama of Govardhan. And how do they worship and how this prasadam should be distributed to everybody. And all the grahasthas, they are supposed to give charity to brahmanas on this day. And he conducts this festival and he says that even Chandala, even an untouchable person should be given this prasadam. This is what the whole idea of Govardhan Puja. Everybody had a nice time, except for one person. Who's that one person? Devraj Indra. Indra thought, this foolish people, directed by one ordinary child there, they are not giving my quota to me this time. How come they have become so impudent? This was the invisible calamity which was not there in that picture, which comes inside every devotee sometime or other, the anartha of pride. I am the best. Without me, how things will happen? I am the best fundraiser. I am the best speaker. I am the best singer. How can they do without me? And Krishna not only takes care of the external calamity, also takes care of the internal calamity. This is what we will see in this. It's very, very beautiful actually. My limitations, your limitations, bodily constraints, time, mind disturbed in that, but still this is powerful, this is very impactful. I'll just go through some selected verses. You can repeat after me. It's a beautiful, beautiful verses, and we will try to see some of the things which is mentioned in this. Shri Sukha Uvacha Indrastadatmanah Pūjā Vigyāya Bihatam Nripa Gopebhya Krishna Nathebhyo Nandadibhyas Chukopaha Indrastadatmanah Pūjām. When Indra realized that puja, that worship which is supposed to happen for him, is now gone. Vigyāya Bihatam Nripa. Vigyāya, knowing that it is now gone, O king, Parikshit. So Sukadeva is telling to Parikshit, O Nripa, Bihatam, Gopebhya Krishna Nathebhyo. This ordinary cowherd people, they have considered Krishna as their Nathebhya, as their Ishvara, as their controller. And they have not given me Nanda Adhibhyas Chukopaha. Nanda Adi, all the cowherd men headed by Nanda, he became furious. Chukopaha. Indras tadatmanaha pujam Vigyaya Bhihatam Nripa Gopebhya Krishna Nathebhyo Nandadhibhyas Chukopaha. So what did he do? Ganam Sambhartakam Nama Meghanam Chantakarina Indra Prachodayat Kruddho Bhakyam Chahe Samaniyuta Ganam Sambhartakam Nama. Ganam is a herd, is a group. So a group of cloud, Meghanam, Ganam, Meghanam, who are named as Sambardhakam. Sambardhakam Nama. Ganam Sambardhakam Nama, Meghanam Chantakarinam, which are called only at the time of dissolution, the end time, Antakarinam. He called them. Ganam Sambardhakam Nama, Meghanam Chantakarinam, Indra Prachodayat Kruddho, very angry. Vakyam cha ahesh cha chaha ishamani uta. Ishamani. One feels, I am the most powerful person. I am the most important person. Ishamani. I am the most powerful controller. Where does it come from? It comes from opulence. It comes from some skills. It comes from some false notions, false identification. Like Kunti Maharani prays in her prayers, Janmaishwarya Shuta Shribhir Edhamana Madah Puman Naivarti Avidhatum Vai Tvam Akinchana Gocharam. Janmaishwarya Shuta Shribhir. Janma, birth, Aishwarya, opulence, Shruta, intelligence, and Shri, beauty. Janmaishwarya Shuta Shribhir. If anybody is trying to improve, accelerate these four things, automatically leads to Edhamana Madah. Madah is pride. Edhamana Madah Puman. Madah is pride. And when the pride comes, a person gets distracted from devotional service. बढ़िया जगह पे आज बिठाया मेरे को, भाई आ जाओ. Ganam Sambhartakam Nama Meghanam Chantakarinam. Please come, Mataji. So Indra became proud because Indra Prachodayat Krudho Bhakyam Cha Hishamanina. He thought, I am the most powerful controller. How can this ordinary foolish people in the land of Braja forgot to give their sacrifice to me, and instead of that they are giving it to an ordinary boy called Krishna? This is the biggest pitfall actually. We may not realize this, and that is where we lose the connection with the Lord. The connection with the Lord is so important. That gets lost when these anarthas manifest in our heart. Usually, if you see people go and pray to the Lord. What is that prayer? Om Jai Jagadisha Hare. Then in that is a line that comes. Ghar aaye, Sukh Sampati ghar aaye, Kasht mite. There are many people who are there. Yeah, very good, very good. Kasht mite tanka, right? We want all our miseries to go. We want all our difficulties. Kasht mite tanka. All, mera jo problem hai, Bhagavan jaye. But here is another class of devotees, and they are the Brajavasis. They are always anxious for Krishna's pleasure. They don't care for their own personal this thing. Even at the cost of their own bodily pain, sacrifice, they always want Krishna to be happy. There's that beautiful story which Prabhupada says, once Krishna was having a headache, very severe headache. So the solution to that headache was, Krishna said, if my devotees, if any devotee of mine, if he gives the dust of the lotus feet of that devotee, if that is rubbed, then my headache will go. So he asks Narad Muni that you go and find out if anybody can give the dust of the lotus feet, of the dust of their feet basically. So Narad Muni goes around and everybody is scared. What? My dust, it will be applied in Krishna? No, I don't want to do this. Except for the gopis. Oh, Krishna is having a headache? Okay, really? You want dust of this thing? Please take as much dust as you want. You scrap and take as much dust as you want. Let Krishna's headache be relieved. Doesn't matter if I have to suffer for lifetime after lifetime in hell. Doesn't matter. This is a different mentality. It's a mentality of Brajavasis who are always thinking about Krishna's pleasure, not thinking about their personal pain or this thing. They're thinking of Krishna's pleasure, right? We should aspire one day I should go to that state where I'm not worried about my bodily comforts, where I'm not thinking about what is in it for me only. How can I see if I can serve Krishna? How can I see if I can give pleasure to Krishna? That's why they are Brajavasis. So then what happened? So this is the description of that cloud which was sent by Indra. It says, you can repeat, Sthuna sthula varshadhara Munchat swabhreshu abhikshnasah Jalaghay plabyamana bhur Nadrishyata natonnatam. Sthuna is like a pillar. We have this pillar, though it's not a solid pillar, but sthuna. Sthuna, sthula. Sthula is massive quantities of pillars of rains. Pillars of rains, I mean, we can even never imagine, but imagine like pillars of rain are falling. Sthuna, sthula, varshadhara. The dhara, the water, the rain that is falling is like massive pillars. Sthuna, sthula, varshadhara. Munchatsu abhreshu abhikshnasa. And continuously, abhikshnasa. That prayers of Kunti Maharani that comes, Shrunvanti gayanti grinanti abhikshnasa. Continuously, heavy downflow. Abhreshu is rain, cloud. Munchatsu, abhreshu abhikshnasa. Jaloghayi, jala aughayi. Aughayi is flooded. How many of you have seen any flood in life? Where did you see? Orissa, always there is flood or famine, something. Your basement was flooded? It's here. Okay. So anyway, Jala Ughi. It's not the basement flood. It's a flood where Plabhyamana, everything is inundated with water. Nadrishyata, you can't see anything. There is no land visible. Whatever you see, it's all everywhere there is water. Nadrishyata, natonnatam. You can't see if it is a high land or it's a low land. Imagine how I've experienced once in Bombay. There was a heavy rainfall and there was a lot of waterlogging and there was a deluge basically. You can't even know whether you are walking on the drain or you are walking on the street. So scary. This is not ordinary rain. Sthuna, sthula, varshadhara. Imagine the repercussion of worshipping a demigod. If for some reason, if he gets angry, he wants to finish. Not just give some punishment. Finish. That's what Indra is doing. Finish all this, the Brajavasis. Completely annihilate them. Sthuna, sthula, varshadhara, munchatsu abhreshu abhikshnasa, jala aughayi plabhyamana bhur, na drishyata natonnatam. They just couldn't figure it out, what to do. It's all now... Heavy rain is falling like pillars and all flooded, inundated. Then what they did. So this is another verse just before what they did. This mentions this is Sira sutamscha kayena prachadya sara pidita bepamana bhagavatah Padamulam upayayuhu. What they were doing, imagine if there is this much of rain is falling. Siraha sutamscha kayana. Sira, the head of the children and the calves. The calves were being protected by the cows and the children were being protected by their elder. I mean, they were just putting their back and trying to cover them. Sira sutamscha kayana, by their body. Achadya, prachadya, completely covering it. Sara pidita, and they were having so much of pain. Bepamana, they are trembling because it's not just rain, it is accompanied by wind, by lightning, by thunder. Bepamana, and they are trembling. Bepamana bhagavatah padamulam upayayu. They went to Lord's lotus feet. Bhagavata, bepamana bhagavatah Padamulam upayayuhu. This is the thing which we always miss in our life. When miseries come, when difficulties come, when reversals come, when challenges come in our life, the remembrance of the Lord doesn't come. And because of our own vested interest in our body and so much of absorption in bodily conception of life, we think we will be able to find solutions. But ultimately, as Krishna says, Mrityu sarbaharascha-aham. Right? This will be annihilated one day. Vepamana bhagavataha pada moolam upayayuhu. Vepamana. They were trembling. They were having all this. They were trying to protect their children, the little ones who do not have strength. But they went to the Lord and took shelter of their lotus feet. What did they do? They sing this beautiful prayers. Repeat after me. Krishna Krishna Mahabhaga Tvannatham Gokulam Prabho Tratum Arhasi Devana Kupitad Bhaktavatsala Krishna Krishna Mahabhaga Tvannatham Gokulam Prabho Tratum Arhasi Devana Kupitad Bhaktavatsala. So they also understood. Devan Kupitad. It is that Indra who has become angry. Kupitad. Devan Kupitad. And Krishna Krishna Mahabhaga. Oh Krishna, there is nobody else in their life. No, nothing else. Krishna Krishna Mahabhaga. No, ho gaya. They're asking again, Krishna Krishna, oh most fortunate one. Tvannatham Gokulam Prabho. You are the Natha of Gokulam, Prabho, oh Lord. Tratum Arhasi. You deserve to protect us. Tratum Arhasi Devana Kupitad Bhaktavatsala. You are known as Bhaktavatsala. You protect your devotees. You have told in Bhagavad Gita, Kaunteya Pratijanihi Name Bhakta Pranashyati. It's not just some ordinary statement made by somebody, random person. Krishna is telling Arjuna, Kaunteya Pratijanihi Name Bhakta Pranashyati. You become a devotee, 100% surrendered. The Lord takes control of your life. It is guaranteed. Ask yourself in your life how much percentage you are surrendered to the Lord. To the degree that you are surrendered, the Lord intervenes to that extent. To the degree we are free, the Lord also doesn't intervene. So these people are saying, Krishna Krishna Mahabhaga Tvannatham Gokulam Prabho Tratum Arhasi Devana. This Deva, this Indra, Kupitad, he has become angry. Now please protect us. Tratum Arhasi Devana Kupitad Bhaktavatsala. Then Krishna, what is thinking? Krishna is talking to himself, like we sometimes think in our mind. He is telling, Tasman mat charanam goshtam mannatham mat parigraham gopaye swatma yogena soyam me brata ahita. Tasman mat sharanam goshtam. Oh, these people, these Brajavasis, they are my people. They are my people and they have taken my shelter, my surrender. Mat sharanam goshtam. Mannatham mat parigraham. I am supposed to. Me brata ahita. This is my vow. I have to give them protection. Gopaye swatma yogena, atma yogena. By my mystic potency, I'll give them protection. Gopaye swatma yogena, soyam me brata ahita. So what did Krishna do next? Iti uktvai hastena kritva govardhanachalam dadhara-līlaya Vishnos chatrakam iva balakaha. So this is the beauty. The moment Krishna heard this, he also understood. This is my devotee Indra. He didn't want to curse him. He didn't want to, completely destroy him. The word that is used by Biswanath Chakravarti Thakura is he is like a physician, like a doctor who wants to do the surgery of the pride inside. So he understood that this is Indra who's doing this, And the moment he spoke these things to himself, iti uktvaikena hastena kratva govardhanachalam. The Lord rushed. He just ran. And how did he get the Govardhan on his hill, on his thumb, on his little finger? He pressed the land. The moment he pressed the land, Govardhan got up. Kritva Govardhanachalam dadhara lilaya. Dadhara Krishna, Govardhana dharana. Dadhara lilaya. This is the beautiful pastime of the Lord. He held it. How did he hold it? In his little finger of the left hand. He touched like this. He held it. Dadhara lilaya Vishnus. And the analogy which is given in Bhagavatam is Chatrakam iva balakha. Chatrakam is like a mushroom. Chatrakam iva balaka. Mushroom looks like an umbrella. How does the child pluck a mushroom? It doesn't require any effort. Just like that he plucks it. Like that the Lord held in his left hand in the little finger. It is mentioned, there are many wonderful commentaries. One of the things which is mentioned, how many of you have read Krishna book? In that Krishna book there is a mention when Krishna wanted to protect the Brajavasis when Kaliya snake came in Yamuna. Does anybody know what Krishna did when Krishna got to know that Kaliya is there in Yamuna river? Actually, it is mentioned what Krishna did was, he wears that uttari, right? We wear the chadar. So that yellow garment, he took it out and he tied it in this thing. He tied it and he said that, so Kaliya, you are showing your this thing, I'll show my power. And he went and he jumped from the tree and danced on the hoods of Kaliya. Right? So that is what Krishna did. But in case of Govardhan, there is no this thing. He's not saying, oh, there's such a huge mountain. After all, some Govardhan. And Govardhan also, it's not like he's removing or anything. He rushed. And our acharyas give wonderful commentary. Can anybody say, if you have seen any of the pictures which I was showing in the beginning, was Krishna wet when he came? Was his garments, everything was wet when he was running from his house to Govardhan? How did it happen? So it's mentioned, the yoga Sakti of Krishna, the internal potency of the Lord, protected him. Even though he rushed from his house to Govardhan and he pressed that land and Govardhan came up, but Krishna was not wet. And then he dadhara lilaya Vishnus chatrakam iva balaka dadhara lilaya. He held that Govardhan in his left hand. It's not a big thing. It's actually a small one. Govardhan I have to carry. So he's showing it to Indra. See, in my left hand, in the smallest finger, dadhara lilaya Vishnus chatrakam iva balaka. Right? So then what happened next? You can repeat. Athaha Bhagavan Gopan He Ambatata Brajokashaha Yathopajosham Vishata Giri Gartam Sogodhanaha Atha Aha Bhagavan Gopan. Atha Aha. Then the Lord spoke. Atha Aha Bhagavan Gopan. See, they were also, they saw that Krishna is something he has done, but they were not sure whether to go or not and what to do. So he's telling, Hey Amba! You can repeat. Hey Amba! Amba is who? Mother Yashoda. He's calling out, Hey Amba! Hey, come, Mataji, come! Tata, oh father, Nanda Maharaj. So Amba and Tata are being called. Others are thinking whether we should go or not. Then he's saying, Brajokasha, all the inhabitants of Brajas. All of you come. Yathopajasam Vishata Girigartam so Godhanaha. We were thinking of some expansion and we were thinking of how do we dig and create a basement. So here it is mentioned Girigartam. Girigartam means, Girigartam, the cavity which has been created when Lord lifted that. Now imagine if there is torrential rain which is happening, which we saw, sthula, spura, whatever the words which were used by Bhagavatam, pillars of rains are falling. And if somebody has lifted the Govardhan, you would expect that, there will be water all around and it will all inundate the inside thing. But no. Giri Gartam so Godhanaha. There are multiple things which are happening actually. First thing which is happening, there are so wonderful commentaries by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. The Lord lifted the Govardhan, right? The touch of the Lord. It is mentioned when somebody is happy, right? When somebody is very excited from within, then he expands. But if somebody is sad, morose, then he shrinks. So, because Govardhan was touched by the finger of the Lord, Govardhan expanded. Imagine, okay, how many cows Nanda Baba and Yashoda had? 900,000, right? And there are other residents of Braja. Braja itself is 84 crores. How would it have come under the hill like Govardhan? Because the Lord touched that, the finger of the Lord, touched that Govardhan, it expanded. And that is why he's saying, Hey Amba, Hey Tata, Brajokasha, all the inhabitants of Braja, you all come. Yathopajosam Vishata, don't worry, you come. Girigartam, under this Girigartam, under this Govardhan. So, Sa Godhanaha, along with all your cows, cowherd, all, whatever animals you have, everything you bring it. When this is happening, there are two things which I was asking you. One is, these are all the inhabitants or the animals which are there in Braja, in Vṛndāvana. But there were animals which were living on the hill, on Govardhan. What they would have done? Now he has lifted this. They can't jump. What they would have done? Now Govardhan expanded vertically and horizontally. So when Govardhan expanded vertically, all of them climbed to the top, and it actually went past the cloud. So no rain was falling on them. So that is there safely, and underneath all this Brajavasis have come. Yathopajasam Vishata Giri Gartam So Godhana Athaha Bhagavan Gopan. Actually, if you read this, I have not selected all the verses. There are thunderbolts which are being put by Indra to destroy completely this Govardhan, which is being lifted by Krishna. But Govardhan is not even feeling an inch of pain. He's thinking he's not having even a semblance of, it's like some very small insect. If it sits on some part of your body, you don't even get a sensation. He's feeling there is no sensation. Why? Because Krishna is touching him. This is what we should learn from this pastime. When we are in touch with Krishna in our lives, the miseries, the calamities that come in our life is because we are forgetful of Krishna. When we are in touch with Krishna, no matter how many calamities come, there is no question of any lamentation, any question of any problems, because we are always in touch with Krishna. And that can easily happen when we come in association of devotees and we get a chance to hear. The power of Hari Katha in association of devotees can elevate your consciousness from any horrible consciousness to spiritual platform. That's the beauty of this Bhagavad, this thing. So Krishna's touch, when people come, half my thoughts go away somewhere. When Krishna touched, he's not feeling anything. Yathopajosham vishata giri gartam sogodhanaha. Kunti Maharani prays in her prayer, Vipada santuta sasvat tatra tatra jagadguru. Bhavata darshanam yatsyad napunar bhavadarshanam. Vipada santu, let there be calamities. Let there more and more calamities come. Why? Vipada santuta sasvat tatra tatra jagadguru. Bhavato darshanad yatsyad. Because it gives an opportunity to have your darshan. And if I have a darshan of yours, O Lord, apunar bhavadarshanam, I will not see again the cycle of birth and death. So this Giri Gartam So Godhanaha, the Giri Govardhan, he was ecstatic. He was being touched by the Lord. He's feeling ecstasy. He's not feeling any pains. Not just that, Krishna also ensured, he called out two people, Sudarshan. He asked him to go around the mountain to do circumambulation. Circumambulation is very, very good. So Sudarshan, and to take care of all the rainwater which is falling. So not a single drop of rainwater was falling. And also Shesha, who coiled around. So it actually mentions, in the mention of the Acharyas in the commentary is, it became a beautiful house. Imagine a house which has got a nice roof, and there is, the walls which are made by the clouds or the rain, and they are all protected, untouched by those miseries. So the power of Krishna touch. There is a kind of a calamity which is happening outside, but there is a festivity which is going on inside. Natrasaiha bahkaryo madhastadri nipatanat Vātavarsha bhayenalam Tatranam vihitam hiva. Now this cowherd men and all the Brajavasis, they are thinking to themselves, I don't know this Krishna, because they never think Krishna is the Supreme Lord. They are thinking that Krishna has lifted this. I don't know he'll be able to lift this completely or not. What is going on? And they are still scared. What if Krishna is not able to lift for a long time? What if we enter, and there was a picture which I was showing, there is a rain and they are coming, they are running, Krishna is telling you come, still they are skeptical. What if the mountain itself starts crumbling? What will happen to us? We will be crushed inside. So here Krishna is saying, Na trasaiha bahkaryo madhastadri nipatana. Don't worry, don't fear, O Brajavasis. It is being held by me. It's not some ordinary person. Bhata varsa bhaye nalam tatranam vihitam hiva. Vāta varsa bhayenalam tatranam vihitam hiva. Tatranam, I will protect you, vihitam hiva. He says, and he again gives them the assurance that you come inside. Vāta varsa bhayenalam tatranam vihitam hiva. Then the next one, Tatha nirvi vishur gartam Krishna swasita manasaha Yatha vakasam sadhanaha sabraja sopajivinaha. So this one he's saying, actually these are all very, very wonderful pastimes which is very nicely given in Bhagavatam. Wonderful these things. So first thing which Krishna, when he held that, it is mentioned that when he left with his left hand, when he picked up that mountain, which it was touching the cloud, and Govardhan is feeling that ecstasy. Trailokyam api utsahate rakshitum kim punarvrajam. Govardhan can give shelter to all three worlds. What to speak of the simple land of Braja? There's nothing in that. And then in this verse particularly, the Lord is saying, Tatha nirvivishur gartam Krishna swasita manasaha Yatha vaksham sadhanaha sabrajaha sopajivina. Very interesting this pastime. You saw that picture which I was showing in the beginning, right? Krishna was holding. What is happening is, everybody who's standing there, they are feeling as if Krishna is personally looking at them. Krishna is holding it like this. Imagine there will be some people who will be behind him also. There will be some who are on the side, there are some who are in the front, some who are there. This is the mystical potency of the Lord. When he's holding, when he's carrying, everybody who's seeing, who's looking at him, it appears as if Krishna is, I don't know how he was looking at the back, how he was managing. Everybody is feeling as if Krishna is personally looking at them. This happened not only in the Rasa-līlā, this happened not only in when Krishna goes for that Banabhoji, having the picnic in forest where they all were sitting. Every Gopa was feeling that Krishna as if he's personally looking. And another very interesting thing about this pastime is, in Braja, when Krishna goes in the morning, he'll go with the cows and the cowherd boys, and when they'll go, the cows and the cowherd boys and the calves, they'll be so happy because they'll be spending the day with Krishna. The whole day they'll be with Krishna. And when it becomes evening, when Krishna is returning, the cows and the cowherd boys and the calves, they'll feel sorry that Krishna will not be there with them. But the Nanda Baba, Yashodamai and other gopis, they'll be happy because the evening is there for them. Always there is one group or other who will be sad, who will be happy, who will be sad. But in this pastime, in this one Leela, everybody is coming together. Tatha nirvivishur gartam Krishna swasita manasa. And their mind is completely absorbed in Krishna. It became a festival for them. That Tadeva Saswan Manaso Mahotsavam Krishna Swasita Manasaha. It's a festival for the eyes. They were drinking the beauty of Krishna through their eyes, absorbed, oblivious of what's going on outside. Tatha nirvivishur gartam Krishna swasita manasa Yatha vakasam sa dhanaha sa braja sopajivina. He is their life force. And he is there and everybody is relating to them. These are all very wonderful things which is mentioned. Okay, let's take the next verse and then we'll talk about this and then we'll... so the next verse it is saying, Kshutrid vyatham sukhapeksham hitva tair brajavasibhi Bhikshyamano dadhardrim saptaham nachalat padat. Okay. Kshut trid vyatham sukhapeksham. Kshut is hunger. Trid is trishna, is thirst. And vyatham, and the pain. Sukhapeksham. Actually, Krishna himself forgot about his hunger, his thirst, and his pain. Kshut trid vyatham sukhapeksham. Hitva tair brajavasibi. Why? Because he was thinking about the welfare of this brajavasis. He was fully absorbed. He forgot his own this thing. This is the reciprocation of the Lord. Who are dependent on him. For him he is forgotten. Kshutrid vyatham sukhapeksham hitva tair brajavasibi. Hitva tair brajavasibi. Because for what? Hitva. For the hita. For the well-being of the brajavasis. Vikshomano dadharadrim. Adri dadhara. Vikshomano dadharadrim. Saptaham nachalat padat. How long he held it? For 1 week. 1 week also is being commented by the Acharyas. 24/7 the Lord is there to protect us. 7 days and 7 nights. Did they feel hunger? Did they feel thirst? What about the brajavasis? They were also under the potency of the Yogamaya. Krishna started playing their flute. They completely forgot all those bodily needs. This is what happens actually when we get absorption. Sometimes even for us also, if there is a little delay, or if there is some prasadam item which is missing, or worst case if you didn't get prasadam, we show our Narsimha Rupa, isn't it? Very soon. It doesn't take long time. But when we want, sometimes when we are doing some Ekadashi, or doing some Bhisma Panchak, when we are absorbed in devotional service, we can overcome hunger. There is the mention of this in Bhagavatam, where Sukadev Goswami, when he was narrating this Bhagavatam to Parikshit, he was concerned whether Parikshit is able to hear this or not. So what will happen to Parikshit? He was asking whether are you feeling hungry? Are you feeling what is going on? So Parikshit's response was, Naisati dushaha kshunmam tyaktodam api badhate pibantam tvan mukham bhoja achyutam harikathamratam. Naisati dushaha kshunmam. I am actually not tormented by hunger, not by thirst, nor by sleep. You see how many people sleep in Bhagavatam class? One of the best place to sleep. Moment you start, half of the people fall asleep physically, mentally. Turns up. He's telling Naisati dushaha kshunmam. I'm not feeling hunger, I'm not feeling thirst, I'm not feeling sleep. Tyaktodam api badhate. And don't think that I'm starving. Tyaktodam api badhate. Pibantam tvan mukham bhojam. I'm drinking the nectar which is coming out of your lotus mouth. Chutam harikathamratam. I'm not tormented by this. This is exactly what is happening here also. Kshutrid vyatham sukhapeksham hitva tair brajavasibhi vikshomano dadharadrim saptaham nachalat padat. This is another thing which our Acharyas comment, that when we are absorbed in Krishna consciousness, when we are under the shelter of the Supreme Lord, who is known as Giridhari ki, then even if there are rainfall of material sense gratification, even if there are desires, there are so many allurements, one will not be attracted by them. Shuddh trid vyatham sukha peksham hitva tair brajavasibhi vikshomano dadharadrim saptaham nachalat padat. Maybe about another 4-5 minutes we will take, but here is the most important thing in this pastime. Actually, when this pastime was going on, inside the Brajavasis, depending upon their position and relationship with Krishna, they were experiencing different rasas. Like for example, Madhumangal, who's a Brahmana. Madhumangal and other sakhas of Krishna, they are saying actually, what do you think? All of you think Krishna is holding this? Yes, don't go by this. This is all not by Krishna. It's because we are Brahmanas, we are chanting some powerful mantras, and we are holding our sticks. That is why this Krishna is able to hold. Otherwise, what strength he has? This is what is thinking Madhumangal. What the elderly Gopas, what they are thinking? They are thinking, the elderly, Brahmanas, they are thinking that, oh, Krishna, somehow he is able to hold. God knows how this is a mystical thing. But whatever it is, all good to him, all glory to him. Somehow he is holding. No, very, very good, very good. Keep holding, keep holding. Swasti. I mean, all good things should happen to you. Mother Yashoda, Mother Rohini first. She is having so much of love for Krishna, but she is not able to go and embrace Krishna. So she is holding Balaram and she is looking at Krishna. Oh, Krishna, how nicely he is holding, how he is protecting. Mother Yashoda, she is thinking in her mind that how Krishna, such a uncontrolled fellow, can't control his senses. What was the need for him to stop this Indra Yajna? Because of that one thing, now he is holding this. Look at him, look at his face. His lotus face is dried. His curly hair, there is some water falling because of sweat. How much of this thing? And tummy has gone inside. He has become weak. And what is the proof? The vest belt that Krishna wears, that has fallen. She is thinking like this. And Madhumangal comes and, no, Mata, this is such a wonderful this thing that Krishna is holding. We are having so nice time here. It's not that Krishna is holding. It's actually my mantra power. It is holding. And then Mother Yashoda gets angry with all these things. And in one corner, there is Gandharvika. Who is Gandharvika? Radharani is standing along with her friends. And they are having a conversation. So the Sakhis are telling Radharani that you don't, even though Krishna is looking at everybody, but his personal attention is on you. Oh Radharani, you don't blink your eyebrows. If you do that, Krishna's finger will tremble. So don't do that. And then there is somebody else who is saying, oh, it is actually, oh Sakhi, you have told the right thing, that Krishna actually is paying special attention to Radharani. And even though Krishna is looking at everybody, but his special glance is towards Radharani. And when somebody said, the other person said, you have told the right thing, and she took out her, the jewelry, the necklace that she was wearing, and give it to her. It was a nice realization. Hearing all this, Radharani is covering her face. And from that sari, she is looking at Krishna. And Krishna exchanges eye glances with Radharani. And the moment Krishna does that, the finger trembles for a little this thing. And everybody brought their stick. Hey, Krishna is tired, bring, now hold. Everybody does that. And then Krishna becomes conscious. This is how 7 days, 7 nights, though there were so many miseries outside, they were not feeling a single pang of material existence. This is the wonderful pastime, Lila Dadharadrim. Krishna holding the pastime. Actually, we all can relish this because we get this special opportunity by coming in touch with a pure devotee like Srila Prabhupada, who has very carefully has told that the most important thing of the festival is hearing in association of devotees. Actually, a person who is little advanced, he will never miss this. Forget about people who are coming new, they may not know. But a person who is advanced, because in this association of devotees, we can learn the finer aspects of devotion, otherwise which we will miss. Very interestingly, otherwise, what will happen is, outside people, for them Diwali is burst some crackers, play some this thing, or do some other nonsense things. For us, who have come in touch with a pure devotee like Srila Prabhupada, even though we are sitting in a place like Boston, instead of getting attracted to that, we are eagerly waiting to have the darshan of Giri Govardhan, which is there behind this curtain. So on this auspicious day of Govardhan Puja, of course after this Indra comes to his senses, they go out, of course they were not going out. Krishna said, now it is over, come out, there's no danger outside. And then they come out, and immediately after that Krishna was fed, because Krishna gets fed 8 times in a day, so 7 into 8, 56 times, Mother Yashoda, 56 Chappan Bhog was made for Krishna. And immediately Krishna goes to play. But very important thing, on this important auspicious day of Govardhan Dharan-līlā, we should pray to Giri Govardhan, that, oh Giri Govardhan, you are Haridasa Varya. You are the best of the devotees of Krishna, Haridasa Bharya. So, because you serve Krishna, you serve his associates like the cows, the gopas, the cowherd men, you serve them unconditionally. That is why you are Haridasa Bharya. We don't have any service attitude inside us. We have so many anarthas. We still hanker for sense gratification. Our mind still gets angry, agitated, disturbed, envy. All these things are deeply there. O Giri Govardhan, on this auspicious day of your dharana, Giri Govardhan Dharana-līlā, please bless us. At least by hearing your glories, if you can bless us that we get that desire, a fraction of that desire that you have to serve, our life is a success. बोलो गिरी गोवर्धन की, गिरिधारी भगवान की, श्री श्री राधा गिरिधारी की, निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे.